Okay. Good day, everybody. This is BA Radiant Dawn, and we're back with something a little bit different. We're looking at a Japanese Feh Tier List. Yeah, I haven't seen a video done about this in a little while, so I figured, hey, might as well take a look at it and make some jokes about the choices that are on it, if there are any laughable ones. And I ended up bringing back Sir Epholo8 to join me for this because he was kind of curious about the Japanese tier list and where they place things.
Yeah, good to see you guys again. I was, yeah, like you said, I'm very interested in seeing how this lines up because I'm under the impression that they have different opinions from us. So
Yeah,
good to
like
see.
apparently his boy Orson got rated an 8 out of 10.
Which is crazy because like even me being a fanboy and giving him all kinds of skills, I wouldn't rate him 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. Can we see why they rated him an 8 out of 10? Let's take a look. See. So he got an 8 out of 10. Where? Yeah, right there. Let's click on him.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Fallen Orson builds and best IVs. Let's see. Rating and basic information. Let's see their reasoning. Reroll ranking, including inherit skill, but he doesn't really have any skills that's good to inherit. Am I right?
Not that I recall.
Yeah, he's got Vantage 3 and Ruse attack defense. Well, Ruse attack defense is not bad.
Yeah, that one's pretty okay. That one's actually pretty good if I'm being honest. Yeah, I can see why that's the case.
It's still centered on the screen, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So what kind of character are they? They say he gets a huge power boost when soloing, thanks to weapon and C skill, which is true. Can take out foes before receiving an attack due to Vantage, which is true.
I guess so.
And balanced stat spread for a free cav. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I've got mine spec'd into res pretty heavy, and he makes good use of res, and then his speed is like right at the cusp of where I would say you can make strong use of it and make him double units, but obviously it's not going to be his best thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then they have different builds. Attack defense solo 3, quick riposte, ruse, solo, budget version. Huh. They got a lot of information on this site. This is kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I still don't see why. I mean, I guess if he's better than like Quan and Legendary Ephraim, I guess that's kind of cool. But
yeah, he's got a higher BST than them.
Yeah.
Silas, Clive, Springzander. But the fact, like, Legendary Ephraim, that's surprising.
He's purely better than Legendary Ephraim. He has no stat that's lower except his HP is equal. That's crazy.
So his strengths, massive buffs to attack and defense while he doesn't have any allies nearby.
Yeah, I will say, like, if you're gonna use him for the attack defense meta, you might as well throw, like, Flowing Lance on him, because really, his Bereft Lance, while it's really cool, it's really just a more difficult version of attack defense solo. You might as well just sacrifice one attack defense, then also get the lull effect from Flowing Lance.
And like, they actually recommend unlocking his potential. So they recommend this is a unit you should spend 20,000 feathers on.
Well, they've convinced me, I guess.
Well, you didn't need any convincing, but...
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get into the actual tier list, because I'm actually curious.
For sure.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, Fallen Edelgard's a 9.9 out of 10. So one thing that's interesting about this tier list is there is no 10. No unit is perfect. No unit gets a 10 out of 10. 9.9 is the closest you can get. And the first 9.9 to talk about, once I get down there, is Bravehector. So I use Bravehector. I love Bravehector. He is so awesome. I gave mine near save and he just no one can kill him. It's the funniest thing. So what they say is for their reasoning is he possesses a more powerful version of Distant Counter that grants him buffs, which is true. Yep. If you're going near save Hector though, you actually want close defense instead of his A slot, because it'll actually just give him more defense to use. But yeah, with his weapon Refine, he gets a guaranteed follow-up attack while preventing enemy follow-ups, alongside preventing armor effective attacks and penalties. I mean, an armor that can counter at any range, that gets a guaranteed follow-up, enemy does not, he could tank a lot of hits, and and armor effective weapons do nothing. That's pretty good.
An armor who is not an armor, who has all of the stats in the world and all of the abilities to destroy your day. Yeah, I can see why he's 9.9 out of 10.
Yeah, he's a top unit. I disagree with Fallen Edelgard being this high. I think she's severely overhyped. I mean, if you want to see a reason as to why I think she's a 0 difficulty problem, I'm gonna link my slaying Fallen Edelgard video in the description below. Just check that out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of free options we've been given for 5 stars for free that could just deal with her negative difficulty. So she thought it. But let's see their reasoning.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, Edelgard fans are gonna hate this video so much. Edelgard and her foes cannot make follow-up attacks, which is pretty good, I admit.
Mm-hmm.
Grants another action after Edelgard initiates an attack, which, yeah, like, she has a personal Gale Force, and then you could slap Heavy Blade Seal and Gale Force on her, so she could attack again, and attack again. Which is, like, basically Fallen Edelgard, but without the coloring, which is pretty cool. I mean, which is Legendary Edelgard, but without the coloring. And she has access to 40% damage reduction through exclusive B skill, which is true, but it's only on the first attack, on either phase.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you dance someone, or they can dance themselves, she dies.
Yep.
And that's why I don't think she's a 9.9.
I very much think she's a 9.9. I think you have to specifically build a counter for her, which is why I think it's fitting. I
don't think you have to build a counter. I've proven that. You don't have to build anything. But you there's units that you would like to have to destroy her, but they're units that everyone uses anyway. Like, everyone uses Linja. Linja base kit with just a wind sweep could do it.
I mean, you have to be prepared ultimately. Like, Linja, not everyone wants to use Linja on their main team, you know?
True. But lots of people use Linja.
Yeah, it's really hard to get through her unless your unit is capable of, like, some weird shenanigans where you have, like, null follow-up plus wind sweep, or just wind sweep on its own built into your weapon, because really, wind sweep is her counter, and there's not really much else. Like, there's some units that obviously can beat her, like, without wind sweep, but it's mostly wind sweep is her counter and not a particular unit.
Yeah, wind sweep and null follow-up. That's about it.
Yeah, if you have those two, like, I think I've mentioned it somewhere before, but, like, Bunny Fear, if you give her wind sweep, she cuts right through Edelgard, but obviously that's a unit that not everyone's going to have. That's just a Spring Banner from last year.
So one thing that I find interesting is Brave and Fallen Edelgard are both on this list, but Legendary is not. But the funny thing is, I actually just noticed this. So Fallen Edelgard's B slot gives her 40% damage reduction on the first hit. Brave Edelgard's B slot gives her damage reduction on the follow-up attacks, which is kind of funny.
Yep.
I find that kind of funny.
She's pretty absurd, I will say. She's much easier to get through than Fallen Edelgard, in my opinion, because of the fact that, like, you can just build a null follow-up armor smasher, and she's done. There's not a single thing she can do against any null follow-up armor smasher unit.
Well, realistically, all you need to do is, like, just one-shot her, because any attacks after the first get reduced, but the first one, so just one-shot nuke.
Yeah, like, if you have a special ready, she's probably falling. I think she's a really, really, really absurd unit if you don't have a, some sort of preparation to take her down. Like, I know that it's, I certainly have a lot of ways of taking her down, but I know that many people do not, and that's why she ranks so highly. Like, she's a pretty clear win condition or lose condition, depending upon where about your ranking in Feh.
And basically, if you're not prepared to fight her, you lose.
Yep, pretty much.
That's kind of the same with Fallen Edelgard, but I still don't really like Fallen Edelgard. So Ninja Lin being at the top of the list as well makes perfect sense to me. I love Ninja Lin. Her base kits can slay Fallen Edelgard. Like, well, her base kit plus wind sweep, done. Because she can self-dance, and the first attack gets reduced, but then I'm just dealing more damage with the second attack. Keep Moonbow on her. I, of course, have mine a lot more premium, but I showed that base kit can do it. Ninja Lin is just such a godly unit. Like, Aether Raids, Fury 4, poke, like, kill one enemy, damage them, damage yourself, like, however you want to do it. She gets damaged, and then you self-dance, kill another unit, she damages herself again. and then she can like at that point she's pretty much in the range already where you could just fly like Wings of Mercy and Dancers and just start killing everything. She's an AR nuke. I love it.
She is a very supremely dominant unit. She has all of the tools to be successful both in player hands and in AI hands, because of the 4 total range from her 2 movement to her 2 range. The ability that she has, like where she's probably going to quad you, and you're not going to be able to do much about it. And of course, in player hands, as you said, she can dance herself. Really can't go wrong with that unit. I see totally why she's 9 out of 9 or 9.9 out of 10.
I completely agree with every unit that's not Edelgard on this list.
I agree with Edelgard very begrudgingly because I don't like her that much.
Yeah, I hear ya. I just don't want her to be. I think it's. Why isn't Dimitri that good? Like, why is Dimitri?
Yeah, really.
So that's the end of the 9.9s. They only have 4 units at the top there. Next up, I believe these are the 9s or the 9.5s. I think these are 9.5s. Let me see.
Oh,
9.5s.
Yeah.
So, right at the top of the list, because he's the most recent, we have Legendary Sigurd, and I 100% agree with that. I actually fought Legendary Sigurd on, I think it was Ether Raids.
Probably.
He was a nightmare, because it's like, I keep forgetting, like, oh, he can actually move 4 spaces, not 3. And I'm like, oh, he can move 3, so I'm just outside of his range if I sit here. Oh yeah, I move 4. Smacks me in the face, kills me. I'm like, and I surrender.
Yeah, pretty much. Sigurd, he's, I don't really play much Ether Raids, at least not at a higher level, but I know that Cav line is a pretty standard setup, and him on a Cav line is just absurd. He grants everybody an extra point of movement if he shoots off his special, and if you throw him on a Cav line, everyone there has got 4 movement all of a sudden, and you literally cannot escape.
Let me put it this way, there, audience. 4 move Reinhardt. Have fun with that.
Yeah. 4 move Brave Lyn. 4 move Reinhardt and Brave Lyn with Naga nearby to grant them dragon effectiveness. There's unlimited potential.
He's just way too good. So I'm actually surprised. I would honestly put him at 9.9. He's really good.
Really good, yeah.
He's like, damage reduction, guaranteed follow-up attacks, move 4 spaces. Like, oh my god, he's so good. I wish I pulled him.
Ultimate support unit combined with a really, really strong just sword cav. Really can't go wrong with him.
Yeah. Next up we have Regan. So we have a mythic on this list finally. And I don't agree with she is one of the top, if not the top sword cav when it comes to raw. I mean, maybe when it comes to raw offense, but I don't think she's one of the best sword cavs in the game. She's good, but her defenses are so bad. She gets one shot by almost everything. Like, the only thing she really has going for her is the Astra mythic. She can give you an extra slot to use, which is handy. And her first hit will, like, the first enemy she attacks will definitely be a kill. And she has Canto. So she can just, like, break every time I use her, it's so much fun. I just destroy a structure, run away. Then destroy another structure, run away. Then I have a clear shot to, like, get my, Resplendent Eliwood into the enemy range and just, like, bop, bop, kill the first one, Gale Force, bop, bop, kill the second one, Wings of Mercy Dancers. And then right at the end, Wings of Mercy, Duo F-Frame. I just clear out, like, there are ways I've been able to, like, one turn Ether Raids enemies. It's so much fun. And so, I do agree she's good with that utility. I don't think she's good as an actual combat unit.
Yeah, I think she's very valuable because, like, she was ultimately, like, a free Astra mythic, and she grants an extra space in Ether Raids during Astra season. So that by itself, I can see putting her really high. On top of that, like you said, she can Canto, which is obviously pretty good. She has, I wouldn't say, like, the best offenses, but she'll probably one-shot, like, a pretty good majority of units. Maybe, like, 60% of units will either get one-shot or at least damage to the point where any other unit could tap them and they would die.
Yeah, the only problem is if she doesn't kill, she will die. Like, that's the...
Yeah, her defenses are really low and she doesn't have a ton of HP, so you have to be careful with her, but I would certainly, like, just being an Astra Mythic alone who grants an extra slot, pretty valuable in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think, in terms of combat, she's like a 9. But in terms
sure,
of like Astra Mythic utility and her Kanto, I would say I would keep her at 9.5. But so I'm like in between 9.5. Like if there was a 9.25, that would be perfect. Like
Yeah, for sure. I guess like there might be some amount of their rating that plays into player versus enemy sort of stuff, like story missions or grand hero battles or whatever. And like it goes without saying that she would pretty much like she's a pretty consistent carry in all the Phoenix Masters guides, so it goes without saying she's really good in those. But in player versus player, like Ether Raids and Arena, it's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah. Shout out to PM1. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up is Duolith. And, yeah, I think this goes without saying as to why he's on this list. And I would honestly put him... I think I'd put him at 9.9, honestly. His duo skill is crazy. He's like a better Surtur with more movement that hits res. That, like...
And he cuts off your healing.
Yeah, like, how is that 9.5? That's an easy 9.9 to me. It's like, oh, congrats, all your healing is useless now. Oh, and then I also killed a unit. Oh, and then I can also proc a skill that deals damage to every enemy unit that's in range. Like, how is...
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd say 9.9, personally. He's so good.
Yeah, I can see that. I see that Legendary Lilina is just below him, but, like, I feel like there's a pretty big disparity between the two. Like, she is very strong, don't get me wrong, she's very strong, but Lif here... He's like his own breed of unit almost. He's very, very strong.
Yeah, and I have an issue with Legendary Lilina being down here too, because like every time I fight her, a unit dies. Like I have to actually sacrifice a unit to her in order for me to get rid of her.
Pretty much.
And then if she gets danced,
going to one-shot you.
Yeah, and then if she gets like danced after killing one of my units, I'm just screwed. Like I'd honestly fight. I would rather fight Duo Lif than Legendary Lilina. I do not want to fight against Legendary Lilina. She's a nightmare.
Yeah. Here's hoping soon they'll grant us more, like, super res-heavy blue units that can sort of counter this sort of thing, because if you get hit by Lilina, you are going to die. Like, that's pretty much just how it is.
Yeah, I think the only two units I have that might be able to survive a hit, unmerged Lilina, it would be my plus 10 Ileana and the normal blue Micaiah might be able to survive. I know for a fact my Nagi, who I have far save on, just gets like one shot nuked, which is insane.
Yeah. I think that I don't know, I'm pretty sure that Fallen Edelgard should be able to survive one round if she has like not used up her 40% damage reduction, because she won't double, and she'll probably like bonfire hit back and kill Lilina, I think.
Yeah, but like Edelgard would have to survive the AoE special and the attack, and I don't think the damage reduction also cuts down on the AoE. I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't. It would totally be a matter of whether or not she can survive that, and then also survive a hit.
Lilina's defenses are super fragile. Like, I've seen a lot of people do like Life and Death 4 and then Life and Death 3 Seal just to max out her attack.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then just make her a one-shot nuke.
Yeah, Lilina's a really, really strong unit, and I could see her. Like, I know it's warranted that she's so high, she could easily be higher for sure.
Yeah. One thing that I just thought of, is it like the Far Trace skills that are out now, where like she could do a hit and run?
Theoretically, yeah.
That's terrifying, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, hey, congrats, I just killed you, and then I run away, and then you can't reach me, so I get to kill you again later. It's like, please don't
Imagine
with those skills in mind, she should be 9.9.
Imagine that on a team with Legendary Sigurd. She just has 4 move. You cannot survive. You just die. Like,
you just lose. You just you see that team, you surrender. Like,
yeah, that's a full-on lose condition for sure.
Oh yeah. Actually, one of the only units that I think might be able to go up against her is the next one on the list. When Duo Altina can just proc the duo skill and smack Lilina in the face. I mean, there'll still be the AoE damage, but there's no way Lilina's going to survive a Brave Vantage Winter Altina with
Yeah.
when a Lilina has 10 defense. It's not happening.
I don't have Lilina, so I'm not exactly certain, but doesn't, it says right there, can nullify advantage and desperation effects. Does that also affect Altina's skill? Because it's a duo skill, so I'm actually not sure. Because if it can, then she still loses to Lilina.
This is true. I don't know, I'm actually going to have to read about how Lilina works. Might have to get back to that one.
Yeah, because I don't have her, but her nullifying Vantage by itself means that you're not just going to plop down a Vantage unit and then take her AoE and then kill her.
That is true.
Which, very, very strong. I guess that just speaks to how strong Lilina is, and then how Altina, while really, really, really good in most situations, how she will fall to Lilina pretty easily.
Yeah, Winter Altina's pretty good. I would actually keep her at 9.5 because I have her. I don't use her a whole lot, but I have her. She is pretty solid, but she's not game-breaking per se.
Yeah, not at all. I used her. I had one that I specifically pulled back in the day because I knew I wanted to give that skill to Orson, the attack res unity, that is.
Yeah.
I used her for a long time just as an not as ether raids, Forging Bonds and Tempest Trials auto battle unit because she just wouldn't really die to anything. She was just really good.
Yeah, she's really solid. I love her. It's just I have a different ether raids team and now she never gets used. So I would keep her at I would honestly say I think she's another one for me where it'd be 9.25 personally.
Yeah.
But she's good, but she's not she doesn't belong in the same tier as Legendary Lilina, Legendary Sigurd, Valentine's Lift. I don't think she belongs with them. But
yeah,
she's still really good.
A good enough blue unit with either hitting defense or res will probably run through Altina, but everything else, it's gonna have a little bit of trouble with her.
Oh boy, it's one of my favorite. It's two of my favorite units back to back. So I'm gonna go on a tirade here. This is gonna be fun. So,
for sure.
Duo Idun, in my opinion, should be a 9.9. The duo skill nullifies effective weapons. I think it nullifies dragon effectiveness. So there's still armor effective stuff that can kill her, but good luck with that. Duo Idun has a boatload of defense and res. I gave mine near save, and she can slay every version of Edelgard in existence. Normal, legendary, brave, or fallen, she can one-shot pretty much. I use her in Ponzaloki because Red Dragon, armor. I have ether on her. I have she's so good. I love her. She's my favorite unit to use for the longest time. Her and Fallen Ayaku's right below, but we'll talk about him in a minute because I think he should be almost a 10, a 9.9999. But
Idun doesn't really she doesn't really have a weakness, I guess I would say. You said, she nullifies effective weapons. She has.
I think she only nullifies dragon effectiveness. She doesn't nullify armor effectiveness. So I think armor effective stuff could still get through to her. It's just, again, with such a high defense and res stat, good luck with that. Is there a blue? Is there a blue armor effective mage? I know there's Micaiah, but is there anything else? I think that's it.
Not that I'm aware of. I know that Est is probably a pretty consistent threat to her, and Est is decently common. But regardless of that, she's a unit that requires almost no investment. If you pull one copy, you're gonna get good mileage out of this unit.
Yeah, and I have mine at +4, +5. I pulled extra copies by accident, just hey, YOLO, and then I got 3 of them. I'm sweet. So
she's one of your favorites.
She is. I love using her in every game mode. She just can't die. I have her and Nagi on a team. Nagi with far save, her with near save. I have Flame right in the middle, so Flame can never get attacked. And I have a spare unit, maybe Legendary Corrin, and then I just win.
Yep.
So, +4, Duo Idun, Max Dragon Flowers, has 45 defense at base. And then you tack on the fact that if she's within 2 spaces of an ally, neutralizes her own penalties, inflicts attack -6 on the foe during combat, which basically puts her up to 51. Sturdy Stance puts her up to 57. Near Save puts her up to 61 defense. Vengeful Fighter and Ether. Go ahead, try to kill me. If you can one-shot me, GG. I applaud you, but good luck with that.
Yeah. You earned it if you're able to get through that.
Exactly. If you can get through this monstrosity, you deserve the win. Like, I'll shake your hand. Like, so I don't know about you, but I personally, because I might just be biased, but I would put Duo Idun at like 9.99999. Like,
she is really, really good. I think that like there's certainly better units. Like we talked about Lilina and we talked about.
Oh, actually, I was wrong.
Obviously.
She does negate effective against dragons and effective against armors.
Nice.
So yeah, like
really,
okay,
really good.
9.9 times infinity. Like.
Yep. Just a really, really solid unit all the way around. Can't really go wrong with having one.
Nope. Now, another issue I have with this list is the fact that Fallen Ike's there too.
Yep.
So I actually thought, I was talking to Epholo8 about a build I had for Fallen Ike, and it makes him the most terrifying monster in existence. So everyone knows the typical attack, res, unity, spurn, get panicked through the panic manner, and then just slay ether raids. But the problem is he doesn't boost his defense too. Now, I found a way to make him even more of a monster that I think should work, and it should double his normal attack output. Because I think through this he can get up to like, I think the attack res unity is an in combat boost, right? I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Attack defense menace on attack res unity Ike with spurn and the rest of his crazy shenanigans. Like, can we just talk about for a second how the enemy will deal next to no damage at all, and they'll get hit back with like 150 attack. Like, I think I've seen him with attack res unity get up to about plus 50 in combat attack, but stack on frickin' attack defense menace. Congrats. The enemy's defense is going down, his attack's going up even more, and because of his weapon effect and getting panicked, that's gonna compound even higher. Like, I don't know if the menace skill would... I think the menace skill would actually proc first, and then you'd get the attack res unity. So it would just fuel attack res unity even further. And he probably... I haven't done this yet, but I think he could get up to like plus 70 in combat boosted attack, which is good luck living.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Ike, is I don't see why he's so low, because like so many people run panic because of how prevalent blue buffs are. That like if you get him panicked, the enemy is not allowed to exist anymore.
Yeah, no,
like
how it is. I've had him tank lance units. I've had him tank freaking blue tomes. I had him tank a freaking Guinevere at like plus 5 with Areola or something, and he just like stood there and be like, yeah, one shot. And he took next to no damage. But to be fair, he does have... Mine has Flame backing him up, so that's even more damage reduction on top of Spurn. So, like, what can you do against that? And now with the attack defense menace on top of that, like, just shake my hand and walk away, bro. You're not killing me now.
Yeah, he's the GG button, pretty much.
Pretty much. He's just like a toss on the field and you just delete everything. He's like a... Brave Dimitri for JBR, you know? You just auto battle and he just slaughters. It's great.
Totally.
So, that was my tirade on Fallen Ike. What do you think? Do you think he should be higher too?
Yes, guaranteed. He's a 9.9 pretty easily.
Yeah, like, I mean, how about if we take away access to, like, what if we just look at a base kit? So no Spurn, no Unity, no Menace. Like, just base kit Fallen Ike. I still think he's like, I think at that point, sure, I'll take a 9.5.
Yeah,
but if you add in inheritable skills and everything, he's like a 9 point infinity. Like, he's right up there with Duo Idun. I use them both a lot. Again, it might be my own bias, but just the fact that like no one can really damage him and he one shots everything if he gets panicked is just it's disgusting. I love it.
Yeah, I guess the 9.5 plays into the fact that like I have a strong feeling that they're also including player versus enemy, like just standard AI stuff, and that's probably why he's 9.5, because not every like you're gonna run into a lot of panic in both arena and in Aether raids, and as a result he's gonna be really good. But in other game modes it's a little bit less common, so I guess I can see a 9.5 for that.
But still, like wait if you count like inheritable skills, that just makes him a monster. I would not want to fight a Fallen Ike, but honestly I never have, so maybe that's why. It's because like the 9.9s are good on both phases, and then the 9.5s are like these units are monsters on one phase.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I ran into a build on Ike, like as we're talking about, if I ran into that, it very well may be a lose condition for me.
I'm actually curious as to why they gave him this rating. I want to see what. Oh wow. Okay. What? 9.5. Okay, yeah, 9.5, not 9.9. Double S reroll ranking, double S ranking, including inherit skill. So that means like he'll get those. What does it come with? Darting breath. Who cares? Repels. Attack speed. Oath is. I'm just seeing what their reasoning is for placing him in 9.5, but they don't really explain it. They just be like, oh, this is what he's at. It's like, but why?
It's funny that they even consider him at plus 10 merges. Like, if you have a plus 10 merged Ike, you have the good skills on him, guaranteed. So,
well, mine's completely unmerged, and he still destroys everything. So if we're talking plus 10, then he's got to be a 9.9, because who's killing him?
Exactly. That's why I barely ever consider units, apart from like 4-star rarity units, as what they would do at plus 10. But like if they're considering plus 10, easy 9.9 unit.
Yeah. Duo Sigurd. Artwork 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Unique duo skill. The duo skill is just a multi repo, so you could like repo 2 units at the same time, which is interesting. It's gimmicky. There's a lot of setup required, but halves magic damage through exclusive weapon. Has access to a refresher assist skill and a movement assist skill through duo skill. Well, why is the duo skill on there twice? Like every duo skill is unique, pretty much.
Yeah.
The harmonized skills are not, but the duo skills are always unique. So it has a unique duo skill, and like just delete that first line and then just keep the third one. Problem solved. Like,
yeah.
But is he 9.5 worthy? He's good because he's a cav dancer. He's like the only cav dancer we have.
Yeah, I would give him like, I mean, like I'm sure by this point we're considering inheritable skills. Like, just give him the Canto.
And oh God. Yeah, that would work really well.
Yeah, just give him the Canto, and he's a fantastic dancer. Like, just let him dance, let him Canto out, and you're good to go.
A Canto.
And then he's also got the stats where he can hold up in a couple battles of his own. So, I can accept this rating.
Okay, that's fair. I keep forgetting that like Canto's a thing for every cav right now, which is just insane. They just broke calves in half.
Yeah, they did.
Brave Lysithia. She can one shot calves.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit overhyped, but I see why she's rated so high. Like, she's basically the definition of a nuclear mage, and she's been on so many banners, so like if you don't have one, it's because you didn't want one.
Weapon provides guaranteed follow-up attacks and helpful offensive effects. Actually, if I remember correctly, her weapon allows her to attack twice before the enemy can counterattack.
Something like that. And if that's the case, then she basically just kills you in one round, yeah.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna double check on that in Feh at the moment, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, if unit's HP is less than 100% and unit initiates combat, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up before foe can counterattack. So if she has less than 100 HP, she just kills you. Like, you can't do anything about it. She will kill you and you will die.
Yeah, like I didn't pick one up of my own because I was like, there's going to be nuke mages all over the place. That's kind of how the meta is for mages. You're either a nuke mage or you have all the defense in the world. There's really no in between. And I was like, you know what? I don't really care that much, but she is a really strong unit. Like, I can see this rating for her.
I mean, I might like lower her down to like a 9, but
yeah, I was getting ready to say I might put her at 9.
Yeah. Fallen Julia. I haven't seen Fallen Julia used that much really. Like, she kind of fell off.
I think she's similar. Like, she's basically just like Lysithia, but a little bit worse. Also, she has dragon effectiveness, I think. So maybe she doesn't actually. I can't recall. But either way,
Fallen Julia does not. What she has is if units are not so it's basically solo. It's a reverse solo on the enemy, and if foe does not have effective against dragons, she makes guaranteed follow-up attack.
Oh, I see. So if they don't have that, then okay. Well, she gets free doubles, and she has a lot of attack and res. Like, I'd probably put her maybe like 9, 8.5.
Yeah,
she's good, but she's not like super good.
Like, look at who they have right below. It's Summer Byleth. Like, Summer Byleth's a god.
Summer Byleth is an absurd unit.
So, like, I'm perfectly fine with 9.5 Summer Byleth. I'm not going to argue that.
She's like the definition of 9.5 in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Saros.
Huh.
I'm not... So this is a weird case, because depending on what you want to do with her, she could be argued for 9.9, or she could be argued for 9, and everything in between.
Exactly. Yeah, she's very defensively robust. She has, she's like the type of hero that can grant an extra space in Ether Raids.
Mm-hmm.
She's blue, where most of your Ether Raids units are really not blue unless you've specifically pulled a blue one.
Yeah.
I guess I can see 9.5. It's pretty much as you said. Like, she could be anywhere in between.
So I just kind of averaged her out and just stuck her in 9.5. That's fair.
Yeah, sounds right.
Legendary Azura. 9.5 sounds pretty solid.
Yeah, basically the best answer that you can get, apart from Kanto Sigurd, and even then she has an argument, so...
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory unit.
And you could slap the Kanto on her too, though it won't be nearly as effective.
Yeah, it will not be as effective at all, but it's still a possibility.
Yeah. Nier Alphonse, I would actually argue that he should be higher.
He's really good, for sure.
Back in the day, like when Nier's Alphonse first came out, I think when I first started playing Feh, basically, like, he just soloed maps. Like, I just proc his skill, send him into battle, and then I just sit there and auto-battle my way through everything. Like,
yep.
He could not die. Never.
Mm-hmm. Tons of defense and res. He has a special that heals him, and a special that grants him more damage if his special's active, while also having special spirals, so... really good unit.
He will always have a special, and he will always heal himself. So you gotta try to go for the one shot, but good luck with that. His res is insane.
Yeah, I can't recall, but I think he even has something that negates follow-ups, is that right? Maybe I'm misremembering.
I have one. I will double check. Who's next on the list? Oh, Dwessel! He should be higher. He should be higher.
Dwessel's really good, for sure.
He's amazing.
I'm a little bit biased, for sure, because I have mine at +3 with plus attack, but, like, the man just doesn't die.
And yes, you were right. Accelerate special trigger. At start of combat, a special is ready, grants Spectrum +5, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack.
Right.
So yeah, they gotta go for the one shot, and good luck with that.
Yeah, you gotta one-shot him, and that's unlikely at best.
I mean, Guinevere might be able to.
Yeah,
Possibly.
She might. I think you'd either have to go with her, or you would just have to have, like, either have a special ready on a green unit, or just have a really, really strong green unit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dwessel, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he should be higher, sometimes I'm fine with where he is at.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's basically like, either he doesn't die, or he dies.
Yeah.
There's no in between. Like, either he's solo, or he's not solo, and that completely depends, like, that makes his rating. If he's solo, he doesn't die, but if he's not solo, he's probably dead.
Yeah. Guinevere being 9.5 kind of bothers me. I fought a few of her, and every single time I just get destroyed. Like,
I've never actually had issues with her. But to be fair, I also don't use mages that much. She kind of just falls for me. Like, she's got like 50 something attack, and if you have DC on a blue or a green unit that's not a mage, obviously she's probably just gonna die. But if you use mages pretty heavy, she could be an issue for sure.
Yeah, like, I tend to use at least one mage on every team I have, and yeah, like, facing her, it's like, ugh. Like, my Brave Makai, I could tank her, but that's about it. Like,
for sure.
Good against dragon users, high res, adaptive damage immunity, provides AoE heals. Yeah, she can heal your team, which is insane.
That is really nice. I'm good with this rating for her. I might put her at 9, to be honest, but she earns her spot here, to be honest.
I actually should be using her in Ponzaloki because of the HP to restore 7 HP to unit and always going to 2 space. I don't think that works in Ponzaloki. But still, she has really solid speed, great res, great attack, decent HP. The only thing that's low is her defense, but
yeah, that's going to be the standard mage fare, so.
Legendary Dimitri should be a 5.0 because, screw you, JBR. Kidding.
Rip.
I would actually put him to like a 9. I don't think he's 9.5 worthy.
No, him and Chrom, but like Chrom, pretty darn good unit, I will say. But if you have like a green unit for your water season's cleared, because like between Azura, Dimitri, Chrom, if you just have somebody who has pretty good defense and can one-shot either, like that's what I do with Kalak, it's easy.
Yeah.
They're free. But like if you don't have something built to counter them, they will shred through your units.
Oh yeah, for sure. Green Mage Nuke kills Legendary Chrom. Like,
yeah.
Brave Micaiah one-shots him, so he's not even a challenge.
Yeah, I've seen builds where like a +1 Bowie can defeat a +10 Chrom, so he's not the worst thing to build against, but he's certainly something.
Yeah, I have an issue with this. Why the hell is Dagger in 9.5?
It's probably because of her, whatever it's called, Pathfinder skill.
Well, that's why I'm actually thinking she should be 9.9. Like, I think she should actually be higher than this. She has extra movement on even turns, guaranteed follow-up attack, and all that fun stuff, and Pathfinder is broken.
Yeah.
How is she 9.5? She should be 9.9.
She is a pretty absurd unit when it comes to attacking into her as well. Like, something that's kind of funny to me, just, it's not really meta in any particular way, but imagine if you had, like, Sigurd on the same team as Dagger, and then also, like, some sort of Canto skill on your unit. You just go through Dagger with your 4 movement, and then Canto all the way back, and it's fine. That's all.
I don't think they can actually be used in combination like that, though. Otherwise, that would be broken.
Yeah.
I don't know. If that is a possibility, though, that's just nasty.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Legendary Sigurd will come, smack you in the face, and then run all the way back, and you can do nothing about it.
Exactly.
That's mean, man. And then just repo Dagger out of the way, and you just got rid of an enemy unit on AR, and they can't reach you now.
Yep, and then you just repeat on the next turn. You have 7 turns or more if you have the correct units to do that.
5 or 6 units to do it on? Yeah, you're fine.
Yep, you even get like the ether towers, and that's it.
Yeah, and you can use
literally the rest of your team.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Valentine's Gustav. Yeah, the guy's a beast, and he was so annoying to fight until I realized Duo I didn't one-shots him.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's literally how I dealt with him. That's how I dealt with Dedu. Is just like, oh, for save units, it's only when you attack. But when they attack you, it does nothing. So typically, what people should do is just let the save units attack into you, and just make sure you can tank it, or you can trick the AI if you have a unit that could take them out in one shot, like my Duo I done. I just attack like a freaking healer, and then Gustav flies in and just gets insta killed.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, Gustav, he broke the defense cap. He has the highest defense, or he had the highest defense in the game. I think Edelgard might have either tied with him or surpassed him. I can't recall. But for a while, he was the defense unit, and he earned his spot here by bringing the save skills to the table.
Yeah, like, those save skills are crazy. I'm actually curious. Because I want to see who has the most defense. Oh. I'm actually just going to take a quick second to do this because I'm very curious about this.
For sure.
If I can figure out where to do it. Game Press is being mean to me. Heroes? Yeah, probably Heroes. There we go. Okay, so, highest base defense in this game goes to... Yeah, Gustav still has the highest defense.
Nice.
Followed by Dedu.
48?
46.
46, okay.
And then Dedu has 45.
Nice.
But to be fair, 2 Edelgards are in 4th place.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
New Year's Peony, honestly, I think she should be 9.9. Because
she's like
a dancer that can Wings of Mercy, toss Wings of Mercy on her. So dance, and then she can dance another unit with her personal skill, with her duo skill, which is pretty good. So she's a dancer that can double dance, and she doesn't have to be she doesn't even have to be inactive. You could have used her, you could just go up, dance a unit, and then oh no, she's great. Oh look at that, and units next to her dance again. Or the fun thing that I do is I go so in my Ether Raids lineup, how I have it is I have Duo Peony and I think normal Peony. Oh no, I have Duo Peony and I have New Year's Dancer with the bow. I forget her name.
Plumeria.
Yeah. So I have both of them with Wings of Mercy. So what I'll do is I'll attack with the Eliwood. I'll get him down to half health. So two enemy units are already dead. And then I'll fly in with New Year Peony, dance him. He moves one space forward. He attacks another enemy, kills them. Then I fly in New Year Plumeria into the spot between New Year Peony and Eliwood. Dance Eliwood again, like move him forward, kill another unit. And then I use New Year Peony's duo dance to dance for the Plumeria, to dance the Eliwood, to kill another unit. And then Brave Duo Ephraim finishes the last unit off.
Yeah, she's just the type of unit to
It's crazy.
Yeah, set up some pretty crazy strats for sure.
Oh yeah,
Can't go wrong with a dancer who is able to dance other dancers.
She's a dancer who can dance other dancers on top of the dance she could already do, but can't dance other dance. Like it's ridiculous. She's 9.9 easy. Like
for sure.
Freya, Freya's good. I think I like her at 9.5. I don't think she's 9.9.
Yeah, I agree. Whenever she was first out, she was like a major pain, but now she's kind of just like, just don't let her stand solo and it's okay.
Yeah, basically for my when I do Ether Raids, she's typically I use her as a sacrificial pawn because usually she'll take out one enemy when they attack, and I actually use her to bait units closer to me so I could kill them with Eliwood.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So it's like done. So as a sacrificial unit, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, we got Halloween Robin here. In 9.5. I don't quite know what to think of this one.
I can see her going up or down, really.
Yeah.
It's like she has the follow-up negation. She has, I think, flyer effectiveness negation.
Yep.
She has distant counter built in. She has pretty big healing. You kind of have to get through her immediately, or else she's going to heal back to full health.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, it's not the hardest thing in the world to get through her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 9.5 is fine. Fallen Lion, 9.5. I don't think he's that good anymore, personally.
He was pretty huge, like, when, I guess, colorless archers were better, but now they're kind of starting to fall a little bit more. He still has a pretty strong spot, I guess I would say. Like, against blues and against colorless, he covers a lot of bases.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's starting to wane a little bit.
Winter Solstice, I'm fine with 9.5. I'm starting to run out of time, so we gotta get going, I think.
For sure. Like a lot of these units, they just make sense from this point down.
Yeah, Winter Solstice is fine at 9.5. Brave Ike would actually probably argue 9.9.
Probably, yeah. He's especially kind of for Splendid.
Legendary Celica's kind of power crept.
Yeah, she's starting to fall off some.
Yeah. Legendary Edelgard, I'm surprised they have her at 9.5. Considering the other two Edelgards are 9.9s, but
definitely,
that's understandable. She doesn't have the damage reduction. That's probably why she's 9.5 or 9.5.
Yeah, just a really strong Gale Force unit overall.
Shamir.
Makes sense to me.
JBR Shamir dislikes this video.
I think it makes sense, but to be fair, I also have her at +9.
Springmire. I actually think Springmire should be 9.9 personally.
She's absurd. I hate fighting her so much.
Oh, she's so much fun. I love her. She's so much fun to use. You just put her on the same team as Halloween Grima, and you just sit there and laugh because they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like
sense.
Neither of these units are dying anytime soon, so like what can the enemies do?
Yeah, and Claude fits a similar build. Like he's not dying if he ever gets to attack you. You have to one-shot him.
Yeah, Claude's a nightmare. Shinon's kind of a nightmare. Pirate Tabarin is amazing. I love Pirate Tabarin. Legendary Corrin. Okay, with the build that I have, I'd say 9.9. Because she will never take any damage really. Put Flame behind her.
Good.
Put Flame behind her. Give her Dragon Wall. Give her Phantom Res. Plus her, like, dude, how much damage negation can you throw on one unit? That's basically Legendary Corrin in a nutshell. Because, like... Yep. So, one video I saw had Legendary Marth at plus 10 going up against the Legendary Corn. Now, without any damage reduction, she gets one shot and he deals like 113 damage or something, right? But with Flame backing her up and Dragon Wall and negating Fang, she took like 26 damage from an attack that would normally deal 100 plus. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
That's insane. Literally nothing could kill her at that point. If Marth can't do it, no one can.
Yeah, for sure.
Legendary Leaf. I think Legendary Leaf should belong at 9.
Yeah, he used to be. Like, honestly, I'm still fine with this rating, because in Arena he's still pretty obnoxious at times, because, like, you know, he can shoot you, and then he can Gale Force and shoot you again, and it'll cost you a run if you're not careful, but, yeah. He's also water season, so I guess, like, if you have the right build, you're probably getting through him pretty easily, so yeah. I could see him falling down some.
Bramimond. Yeah, I'm fine with Bramimond being there. Bramimond's kind of starting to fall off too, but he's still pretty viable. So
certainly, yeah, he'll one-shot you when you least expect it.
And Brave Veronica. Yeah, 9.5. I'd say 9. She's not great for
9.
attacking, but she's a great support.
Yep.
Let's just take a look, see at the 9s. Just see if anything kind of like sticks out to us. Young Marth kind of annoys me.
Yeah, I could see Duo Erica being at 9.5 as well, but that's just me.
Well, Duo Erica. Oh. And also on that fallen, the Legendary Corn. Yeah, toss Duo Erica, pop that Duo skill, and laugh.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's even more, that Marth would deal like 10 damage at that point or something. It's crazy. Female Chris is down here. Okay, I kind of have a problem with that. Female Chris is kind of rough.
Super annoying unit.
Duo Ephraim, Brave Dimitri.
I can see him higher.
Yeah, Duo Ephraim should be higher. Brave Dimitri, I think, should be higher. Just toss Ether on Brave Dimitri and laugh.
Yeah.
Kid Merrick. Wow. You'd think a unit that could heal 10 HP to your entire team would be higher. I mean, look what he did in our co-op conquest.
For sure.
Cavs, Spring Severa, Ingrid, Reinhardt, Nearleth, Pirate Veronica, Young Lara Shell. Really? Okay. Young Lara Shell's a mini nightmare, man. The armor units seem fine.
Yeah, generally speaking, I would say that, like, with a few exceptions here and there, they've done pretty well in terms of balancing their units out. Like, I think they have a pretty good... if I'm going to be honest, I think they have a better understanding than most American players do of Feh.
Well, that's typically Japan in a nutshell regardless, right? But
yeah, true.
Wait. What the hell is Flame doing in 9?
Okay, no, Flame is 9.5, if not 9.9.
Yeah, Flame should be way up there. Her damage, her supporting ability, plus, like, toss on odd recovery on her. Your units will never die. They will take 30% less damage, unless they already have their own built-in damage reduction, and then that just gets multiplied, which is insane.
Yeah.
And, like, odd recovery, every odd turn, all allies that are within her range will get healed for 20 HP. Put her a space behind everyone else. Put her in a team of save units and just laugh when no one can get through the save units. Like, bro, Flame should be much higher.
Yeah, like, literally just a one-off. Her IVs don't matter. Just, she's so good.
Why is Bridal Micaiah here?
She's dominance is crazy.
Dominance is like 9.9. If not, I'll go 9.5. But she's got to be higher than a 9. Yeah. That'll be it for this video. What did you guys think of this tier list? Did you see anything that sticks out to you? Anything you like to argue against? Do you like the new portrait of Tsubasa? I mean, I think they look pretty good. You know.
Yeah, for sure. That Respondent's looking pretty crazy.
Yeah, Respondent. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think of this tier list. If there's anything that sticks out at you, definitely let me know. In the meantime, this is Be Ready On signing off. Thank you for joining me, Sir Epholo8. Today's been kind of a crazy recording day for us, but
for sure. Thanks for having me on. It's been fun.
Oh yeah, I figured you might want to take a look at this because, like,
yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Wait, Young Tana? Okay, I'm done now. Young Tana is like 9.5, dude, at least. She's super good. She's a little monster. Her skills are so good. Anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Epholo8. His channel's down in the description below. And have a great day, everyone. See ya.
See ya.